ever stepped onto a boat and thought, now this feels like home? If you're over 60 and still chasing the horizon, or dreaming about it, then this one's for you. I've put together a list of 10 sailboats that are so comfortable, so forgiving, and so damn satisfying to sail, you might just forget how many birthdays you've had. Whether you're downsizing, dreaming of full-time cruising, or just want something that won't wreck your back every time you tack, these boats are tried, tested, and trusted by sailors who've been around the block, and the blue. If there's one word that sums up the Marshall Sanderling 18, it's ease. This gaff-rigged catboat has been winning hearts for decades with its simplicity and surprising spaciousness. At just 18 feet, you might think it's too small to be comfortable, but the Sanderling will change your mind the moment you step aboard. The wide beam gives you a roomy cockpit, and the high boom means no ducking under the boom every time you tack. It's got a cozy little cuddy cabin, just big enough for 2 people to overnight if you're keeping it simple. It's easy to trailer, easy to launch, and easy to single-hand even on a blustery day. But what really makes the Sanderling a dream for older sailors is how forgiving it is. The full keel and shallow draft give it stability and access to skinny waters, and with only one sail to manage, there's no wrestling with jibs or furlers. It's a timeless little boat that does what it promises: gentle sailing, solid build, and no fuss. For gunk-holing around bays or taking a grandkid out on the weekend, the Marshall Sanderling 18 is a true gem. Don't let the word dinghy fool you. The Corsair 13 punches way above its weight. It's a fiberglass daysailer that sails more like a miniature keelboat than a light, tippy trainer. That's why a lot of older sailors favor it. It's got just enough heft to feel solid underfoot, and it doesn't demand the same level of agility or balance that a lot of smaller boats do. You can sit comfortably on the thwart, trim your sail, and enjoy a slow afternoon cruise without worrying about hiking out or capsizing. The sail plan is simple, with a main and jib that are easy to manage. Rigging and launching are quick, so you spend more time on the water and less fussing with gear. And since the hull design is so stable, even sailors who haven't been on the water in a while find it reassuring. It's a perfect fit for protected lakes or quiet coastal bays. It's not a cruiser, it's not flashy, but it gives you that peaceful, close-to-the-water feeling that reminds you why you started sailing in the first place. For older sailors looking for simplicity, safety, and a bit of nostalgia, the Corsair 13 is a fantastic little boat. The Rustler 36 isn't just a boat, it's a long-distance companion. Built for serious offshore work, this full-keel, heavy-displacement cruiser has a reputation for keeping its crew safe and comfortable no matter what the sea throws at it. But it's not just for ocean-crossing adventurers. Older sailors love it because it's steady, predictable, and incredibly well-behaved in all kinds of weather. The tiller steering gives it an intimate, direct feel, and the long keel helps it track like it's on rails. You're not going to win any races, but you're also not going to get thrown around in a blow. Below deck, the layout is simple and seaworthy. Handholds, deep settees, a secure galley, and a solid nav station. It feels like it was built by people who actually sail, not just draw pretty interiors. What's great for older sailors is the peace of mind. You know it can handle more than you can. And when you're miles from shore, that matters. Whether you're solo sailing, coastal cruising, or planning a once-in-a-lifetime Bluewater trip, the Rustler 36 is the kind of boat you trust. Not flashy, not modern, but solid as an oak tree. The Cape George 36 Cutter is one of those boats that feels like it belongs in a black and white photo. Timeless, rugged, and elegant in its simplicity. It's a full-keel, heavy-displacement cruiser with a big heart and a steady soul. For older sailors, this boat offers more than just classic charm. It's built to look after you when the seas get ugly and your joints aren't quite what they used to be. Sailing the Cape George 36 is like driving a well-tuned pickup truck. It won't go fast, but it'll go forever. The cutter rig gives you flexibility in sail handling, which is great for keeping the loads light, and everything on deck is built beefy, from the hardware to the handrails. Below, it's warm, woody, and practical. The cabin layout is old school and cozy, with real storage, a proper nav station, and a galley that you won't get tossed around in. This boat was made for long, slow, satisfying journeys, not for marina show-offs. It's for the sailor who likes quiet anchorages, handwritten logbooks, and the gentle creak of wood at night. If you want a boat that won't let you down when you're far from help, the Cape George 36 is your ride. The Cape George 36 Cutter is one of those boats that feels like it belongs in a black and white photo. Timeless, rugged, and elegant in its simplicity. It's a full-keel, heavy-displacement cruiser with a big heart and a steady soul. For older sailors, this boat offers more than just classic charm. It's built to look after you when the seas get ugly and your joints aren't quite what they used to be. Sailing the Cape George 36 is like driving a well-tuned pickup truck. It won't go fast, but it'll go forever. The cutter rig gives you flexibility in sail handling, which is great for keeping the loads light, and everything on deck is built beefy, from the hardware to the handrails. Below, it's warm, woody, and practical. The cabin layout is old school and cozy, with real storage, a proper nav station, and a galley that you won't get tossed around in. This boat was made for long, slow, satisfying journeys, not for marina show-offs. It's for the sailor who likes quiet anchorages, handwritten logbooks, and the gentle creak of wood at night. If you want a boat that won't let you down when you're far from help, the Cape George 36 is your ride. If you're after traditional styling blended with rock-solid Swedish craftsmanship, the Najad 38 is a boat worth knowing. Built for serious cruising, she's strong, secondly, and refined, without being showy. What older sailors love about the Najad 38 is how solid everything feels. From the thick teak decks to the practical sail plan, she's designed to take care of her crew in heavy weather and equally at anchor. Sailing the Najad 38 is a smooth experience. The long fin keel and skeg-hung rudder give it a forgiving motion, while the moderate displacement keeps it comfortable offshore. Deck layout is clean and safe, with everything in arm's reach. Below deck, there's a warm, traditional layout with generous headroom, sturdy joinery, and a proper galley you can actually cook in when it's blowing outside. The aft cabin is a real treat, giving you privacy and comfort that's hard to find in boats this size. For those in their 60s and beyond, this boat offers peace of mind. It's built to go anywhere, but also built to be lived in. If you want something classy, capable, and trustworthy, the Najad 38 won't let you down. There's something comforting about an island packet. The 38 is no exception. It's a heavy, full-keel cruiser with all the features that make older sailors breathe a sigh of relief. Big handrails, wide side decks, deep cockpit, and a forgiving sail plan. It's not a fast boat, but it's safe, steady, and built like a tank, perfect for long passages or lazy coastal hops. What really stands out is the livability. Inside, the Island Packet 38 feels like a proper home. There's ample headroom, generous seating, a big galley, and actual storage. No weird corners, no crammed systems. It's all thoughtfully laid out. The large aft owner's cabin is a real treat for aging backs, and the head has a separate shower, which is rare in boats this size. On the water, the cutter rig is manageable and versatile. You can reef early and still make way without overloading yourself. The full keel helps with tracking and comfort in a seaway, especially when it gets sloppy. It's a boat that takes care of you, not the other way around. For sailors over 60 looking to cruise in comfort without surprises, the Island Packet 38 is like a reliable old dog, always there when you need it. The Contessa 32 may not be the biggest or flashiest cruiser out there, but don't let its size fool you. It's one of the most respected Bluewater sailboats ever built. And for older sailors who still want a challenge, it's a boat that rewards skill and experience without being overwhelming. Designed in the early 70s, the Contessa 32 has a long fin keel and skeg-hung rudder that give it great handling and surprising speed for its class. It's narrow and low, which means it cuts through chop gracefully. It also means less climbing around on deck, a real plus when your knees aren't what they used to be. Down below, it's snug but sensible. You get a V-berth, a couple of settees, a compact galley, and decent storage for weekend or short-term cruising. It's not built for luxury, it's built to sail, and sail it does. It's the kind of boat you feel connected to, like an extension of yourself. For sailors in their 60s who value tradition, performance, and seaworthiness over modern bells and whistles, the Contessa 32 is a boat with soul and plenty of miles left in her. If sailing in your 60s means comfort, security, and ease of handling, then the Amel Super Maramu is your dream ticket. This 53-foot French cruiser was designed from the ground up for short-handed and older sailors. Everything about it screams practical luxury. Electric winches, in-mast furling, push-button controls. It's like sailing with a remote control in hand. The catch rig spreads out the sail area, making everything more manageable. The center cockpit is deep, safe, and dry, and the helm is well protected. When it's blowing 25 knots and other boats are reefing with clenched teeth, the Super Maramu just shrugs and carries on. That peace of mind means everything when you're past 60 and don't want to wrestle sails at 3 in the morning. Below, it's spacious and elegant. The aft cabin is like a private suite, the galley is fully equipped, and the systems are laid out for easy access and maintenance. It's not a racer, and it's not cheap, but it's one of the most senior-friendly Bluewater boats ever built. If your goal is to sail far without getting worn down in the process, the Amel Super Maramu might just be the last boat you'll ever need. The Alubat Ovni 395 is what you get when you combine French innovation with rugged, go-anywhere attitude. Made of aluminum and built for adventure, this is a centerboard cruiser that gives older sailors something rare: true ocean-going performance and shallow draft freedom. You can cross oceans, then tuck into a knee-deep cove that full keelers only dream about. What makes the Ovni 395 so attractive to older cruisers is its combination of safety, comfort, and flexibility. The aluminum hull can take a pounding, the lifting keel means less drama near shore, and the rig is designed for simplicity. You can sail it solo or with a partner without having to muscle anything. Inside, it's modern and warm, with generous light and plenty of space. The galley is U-shaped and secure. The saloon is bright, and the aft cabin is roomy and restful. Every detail is built for long-term live-aboard life. For sailors over 60 who still want adventure but don't want to compromise on comfort or safety, the Ovni 395 is a standout. It's the boat that says, you've still got it, and it'll take you anywhere your chart plotter dares to go. So, there you have it. 10 sailboats that don't just get you from A to B, they let you enjoy the ride, every mile of it. Whether you're looking to downsize to something simple like the Marshall Sanderling 18, or dreaming of crossing oceans in a floating fortress like the Amel Super Maramu, there's a boat out there that fits your pace, your comfort, and your spirit. Because sailing after 60 isn't about pushing harder. It's about sailing smarter. It's about finding a boat that understands your rhythm, treats your back kindly, and still lets you chase that horizon like you always have. These aren't just boats, they're floating peace of mind. If you've sailed one of these beauties, or have one on your shortlist, let me know in the comments. And if you found something even better for us well-seasoned sailors, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you out there, hopefully anchored in some quiet cove, coffee in hand, listening to the rigging sing in the breeze. Cheers and happy sailing.